Alright. So, I need to, get a few things off my chest. Bluestar is not my favorite cat. I'm gonna just say this right now. She had her problems. She should have owed up to some of the stuff that she did. Whatever. Okay? But, I don't like. I don't know. It's y'all's own opinion. You can have it, take it, leave it. I don't care. Whatever. Um, Blue Fur. Sorry, let me go as far back as Blue Kit. Blue Kit was happy, and she's just really into being a good kit, and she was really just absolutely adorable. She wandering around the camp and making friends and learning how to do the hunter's crouch. She was really cute. But I want to point something out. And this is gonna sound like I am totally beating up Puzzly. No, I'm not beating you up. I'm just let me basically be your other side on this one. All right. Being that I'm older, I think this is how I see things, and I can understand if you're seeing it in a different way, you're seeing her as a dramatic cat, and yeah, she was kind of dramatic. But let me just put this here. Blue Paw was only just apprenticed. I think she was only an apprentice for 3 days. So if you put into account how old she was in retrospect, she was maybe a 10-year-old. And most 10-year-olds, and specifically most female 10-year-olds, are still attached to their mothers. They're very much attached to their mothers. And her dad, Blue Paw's dad, he didn't really pay much attention to her. Either her or Snowpaw. And that was pretty bad. I mean, I have to say, he was the father, but you ain't gonna owe up to your stuff. If you are dad, you need to owe up to your stuff, man. You need to just straight up owe up. But he didn't really owe up too much. I mean, he did give her bits and pieces of oh, you're a good cat. Yay, I'm gonna be the one that yells your warrior name the loudest. Either way. So, 3 days after being apprenticed, so we're talking about a 10-year-old who's basically just been thrown into high school, or college, let's say, has just spoken to her mother very sweetly about, oh, we're gonna go and hunt moss up and put it in your, nests, and we're gonna go spend time together, because we haven't spent time together since you had been apprenticed. To have said those words to a child and then to have died can cause traumatic problems. And not only that, to watch your mother die. Now, Snowpaw did not watch Moonflower die. She did not see it at all. So we've got Lufer, who's just PTSD about the whole thing. She hurts deep down inside, yes, because she doesn't feel like she's getting anywhere with any of the other cats. She doesn't feel like she has the same connection. Her mother has instructed her that she is to avoid Goosefeather, and her dad doesn't pay too much attention to her. So she gets into this depressed state, and we would have all gotten into a depressed state. From speaking of as a person whose parent has died, even though he died when I was in my 20s, my father was a very big part of my life, and I got into a depressed state. You're going to get depressed, and she was only depressed for a few moons, not a long, long time. And these are cats who believe in a religion so hard that they speak to them even in the day, even if they're alive and the other person isn't. That's just how it is. So, on top of all of that, while this is all going on, Thistlepaw takes over, basically, and I'm going to say this loosely, Snowpaw's time. This irritates her. Now, this is what not really starts it, because I'd have to say his kithood really started, like, Blue Kit's irritation with Thistlecit. The fact that he was like, oh, I'm as big as her, I should be apprenticed, even though I'm only like 3 moons old. You know what? Stop being a whiny little bitch, Thistlecit, and wait for your shit. Alright? Everyone has to wait. Everyone has to just... Your time will come. Sorry, I hit my mic. As things got, like, worse, I have to say it was... Thistlecit becomes apprenticed into Thistlepaw and takes up the only remaining member of her family's time. Basically, to a child, she's going to get jealous. She's going to get angry. She's going to be really depressed and really want to spend time with her sister. But guess what? Her sister is mooning over this cat who is just ridiculous and stupid in her eyes. You know what? That's fine. I can justify Blue Paws not liking Thistlepaw. Good. Got it. Then, Goosefeather gives a prophecy to Bluefur. I believe it was Bluefur at the time. Gives a prophecy to her, telling her about how she is she is fire and water will destroy her. She's not exactly 100% sure what's going on, but the only other person who she can talk to about this is Snowfur. Snowfur says ignore Goosefeather's prophecy and just, he's a crazy cat, don't listen to him. He's the one who killed Moonflower. Now, this is being brought up all the time in the book, that don't feel bad, Bluefur, you're not the one who killed Moonflower. Goosefeather caused Moonflower's death. Hawkheart is the one who literally killed Moonflower. So, she's got to go through all of that. During all this time, she's still not getting the same amount of attention from her sister that she would normally get. Now, Bluefur is showing an extreme, and when I say this, I mean it, very extreme amount of, I don't want to say, she's not gullible, but naivety. She's so naive to the stuff that's going around her, the world that's around her, that it's understandable. And this is coming from a person themselves who have been naive for a long, long time and just stood ignorant to what was going on. My life did not turn around until I became homeless, and that was 10 years ago? Less than 10 years ago. So that shows you, I think it was 8 years ago, yes. I was homeless for 6 months, and that's when I knew that I had seen the world through rose-colored glasses. Bluefur is still seeing the world through rose-colored glasses. And every time something new happens to her, there's a crack in those glasses. And she just is about to see a little bit more and a little bit more and a little bit more. This goes all the way up to about the point where another cat, I think it was Rosetail, who tells her, you're going to have kits. How did you not know, is my question. How did you not know? You know why she didn't know? Just the same as some women don't know that they are pregnant until the moment they're giving birth. And it is real. It is a real thing. That is something that happens. I know somebody who is like that. It's just being naive. Oh, I can reason out why I'm gaining weight. I can reason out that I'm slow because I'm out of practice. Da 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 da. Her dislike of Thistleclaw starts mainly when he is in his apprentice years, where he is deliberately causing problems for her all the time. There is never a moment where he has ever done anything nice to Bluefur. Ever. They're sent... sorry, I'm sick. They're sent on a hunting mission. And he's given the position of being the guard to watch out for danger. Watch out! Look out! Oh my gosh, it's this! If you've never heard of the story of the boy who cried wolf, Thistlepaw was being the boy who cried wolf. And then he got his warrior name for it. Because he took the fox away that was his fault that no one paid attention to it. No, I can't even say that because they all went up into trees when he made the call out about the fox. But she ignored him because he was crying wolf. Read the story. The boy cries wolf every so often just to get the villagers to come up the hill and save the sheep. And there's no wolf. And he cries wolf again. And the boy, the town comes up the hill and to save the sheep. And there's no wolf. And he does this again and again and again and again. And suddenly there is a wolf. And it is there. And it is bearing its teeth down on him. And guess what? No one listens when he cries wolf. So, is this Bluefur's fault? No, it is not Bluefur's fault. Bluefur is justified for how she feels about Thistlepaw. Then becomes even further justified about how she feels about Thistleclaw, who repetitively acts out towards her. But not around Snowfur, because he has to act like a little damned angel. Also, if you read Crooked Star's, I think it's Crooked Star's Promise, read it. You will know he was taking training in the Dark Forest. He was accepting training in the Dark Forest. He said he would do anything it took for him to become leader of ThunderClan. Yeah. When it came down to Goosefeather saying it again, fire lies in your path. Blood lies in his. What do you do? So, Thistleclaw, who has expressed tons and tons of aggression towards her, simply because she just wants to spend time with her sister or spend time with her nephew, is just wrong. And let me say one other thing. She never took White Kit away. Not once did she ever say you could not be with White Kit. Snowfur died, yes, but he spent a whole moon with White Kit before Bluefur took on the responsibilities of being White Kit's mother. Now, there were still times where he would train White Kit, and you saw that he was training White Kit in battle moves, and he was a kit. He accepted letting his son trying to take blood from people at a baby's age. No. He wanted White Kit to be savage like him and like Tigerclaw. When he was training Tigerclaw and Tigerclaw, at one point, you hear about, like, the time skip, alright? When White Storm is getting his warrior name. During this time skip, she talks about, the narrator talks about how, Bluefur said she was upset because the mark on White Storm's ear was caused by Thistleclaw, because Thistleclaw would always pit White Storm and Tiger Claw together. And he always made sure Tiger Claw had his claws unsheathed, and that's not part of the. I know it's not part of the warrior code, but it's part of common courtesy that you do not draw blood from your clanmates. Yes, I'm going to say this. Bluefur did it once. Once! To poor Golden Flower. She did not mean it. She apologized. We don't know if Tiger Claw apologized, but we're almost 100% sure that he didn't. Why? Because... Oh! That's right. Thistleclaw had Tiger Paw attack a kit who was no more than possibly 2 moons old. Tiny would not have become Scourge if it was not for the fact that Tiger Paw almost killed him. That's where you gotta go and look at things, and you gotta go, this is why she hates him. Then, a tomcat who has seen a female a queen being heavy with kits, should have known, should be aware of Bluefur's delicate position of being heavy with kits. But he is so pitted, so angry, so furious with her that he nearly he goes to kick her ass. And he's foaming at the mouth. He's legit crazy. There is no stopping this. There is no let's reason out why. No. Yeah, okay. Oakheart was on ThunderClan territory. Bluefur defended him. But it was one cat. That doesn't mean an entire barrage of cats were going to come across. You know what? Oakheart's story kind of checks out, because the river could have brought him to that shore. He could be going back to RiverClan. It could not. It could. There was no other reasoning to it. You don't see any other reasoning to it. If you were looking at it from the point of view of a cat who just showed up at Bluefur and Oakheart's, like right there where they are, or where Oakheart is, then you would see a cat just recently got wet. So what's that mean? He probably got washed up on shore. But Thistleclaw wants to kill him. Like, rip his throat out. It is bad. It is so bad. Now, I'm not saying that Bluefur did not have her flaws, that she did not have her problems. Yes, breaking the warrior code was a big flaw. But she paid the price for that. She paid the price for that many times over. And do not blame her for Snowfur's death, because it's not her fault. It is the Shadow Clan warriors who were in their territory's fault. I can't even blame Oakheart, because Oakheart had nothing to do with it. He didn't force her to go across the Thunder Path. That's not... No. I just want to state that Bluefur is not the best cat. No, she is not. And when she becomes Bluestar, she's still not the best cat. We've already proven that Bluefur has depression. When she became Bluestar and suffered that betrayal from Tiger Claw, you saw her slip back into depression, and so much so that she broke her faith. And you can't say that that's an okay thing, because she should have stuck with her faith. She should have held true. She even declared war against StarClan. I get it. I get it. those moments happen in your life and you go, there's one thing after the other, 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 and all of them are bad, and you're just wondering when the hell something good is going to happen to you. Hell, even when something good does happen to her, she is forced to make a tough decision and go, listen to Goosefeather. They have, these kids have a father, don't they? Whoa, whoa, whoa. So you're saying send them over to RiverClan instead of staying here? I have no choice because otherwise my clan is going to die and be destroyed. Um, in this process of trying to save her kits, save her clan, Moss Kit dies. And she still has to go through the pain and anguish of, that's my kit, and I killed them because I have to. I had to go and take my kits away from myself, and then I had to make my clan all upset. There are so many things that are potential to this. That could have happened, and it's just to feel bad thing after bad thing, and when one good thing happens, to turn into terrible things, terrible events. It's just, it's rough. It's rough. And I can hear you. I understand what you're saying. Those of you who go, oh, well, blues. Really, if you haven't read any of the other books, if you haven't read, okay, read, for certain, read Spotted Leaf's book. I know that you're going to have a different outlook on Thistleclaw if you read that. Otherwise, you really don't know anything about anything because it's pedophilia. He was trying to get with somebody who was so young. It's pedophilia. So, alright, that's all I'm going to say. Bluestar is not my favorite cat. In fact, Jake Feather is, so boom, there, have that. You can bash me on the Jay Feather situation, but because I'm blind and Jay Feather's blind, and I didn't like Longtail to begin with, but I love Longtail in the end. Like, he became better. I have to say that Jay Feather's my favorite because he's a lot like me, and the fact that we're both blind, the fact that we both practice medicine, it's pretty awesome. And that's why I love him. He's a cute little kitty with blue eyes. Alright, I'm out.